McGregor making headlines, but not for an octagon return. So the rumors of a bout are false. I'm a preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I've agreed I will then seek my return to the octagon. All right, we're sitting here at the UFC studios, and I'm perplexed because I thought he was under contract with the UFC. But Stephen A., any issue with this fight?
I have no issue with this fight for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked thoroughly.
Yep.
These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously, and their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in the mirror. These brothers are ready to throw down.
Yeah.
You Conor McGregor, and not only that, Michael Chandler has been calling him out forever. Desperately wants his hands on Conor McGregor because he knows that would be a big fight, obviously, and it's something that he wants, and that hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen Conor McGregor win a fight. I mean, he beat Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone. Cerrone looked like a deer in headlights, as I pointed out that night.
Yeah.
That's the only victory he's had in 7 years. Well, here's why I don't mind it, though, Shannon. I appreciate this fight because it's pure entertainment.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition. It isn't Jake Paul training with professional boxers, essentially being a professional boxer, but getting in the ring with non-boxers or geriatric dudes. He's not doing, Logan Paul's not doing that.
Yeah.
He's getting into the ring. He's an entertainer. He's in the world wrestling entertainment. He's very athletic. When we saw him in the ring against Floyd Money Mayweather, he didn't make an awful showing for himself, all right? And Conor McGregor is not a boxer. He's a striker and a UFC MMA fighter. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, something like this is reasonable from an entertainment perspective. If Conor got in the ring with a boxer or a UFC fighter, I would say I don't like it at all because he's going to get his ass kicked. He ain't ready. But getting in the ring with an entertainer like Logan Paul makes total sense because Logan Paul is neither, but he's athletic and he's boxed before. So
I have thoughts on that, but Shannon, I want to hear from you.
Isn't that India's wealthiest family that's
Yeah.
They were that man was worth over $100 billion.
That's right.
Did you see that wedding that he had for his son?
Yes, it
that
did.
lasts 3 months long? And the gift that he got, yachts, Bugattis.
I didn't realize
$8 million checks.
3 months long.
Who want to fight me? I'm ready to go to India right now. For that kind of money, I go to India right now. Look, come on, it's over. Do you understand? In that profession, once you ascend to where Conor has ascended to, he's probably worth a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
Now to set that aside, you know what? I'm gonna get it out the mud. I'm in the trenches, and I'm gonna go train, and I'm gonna get kicked in the mouth. I'm gonna get elbowed, knock my teeth out. Do you understand how hard that is? Marvin Hagler said, "Hey, bro, it's hard to train in silk pajamas. You got mink slippers, and you live in an ivory tower. Man, Conor ain't."
So why even say that you're coming back to the octagon?
Might say anything, but when it comes down to it, to actually have to train, them guys been training, and they looking. Hey, look, Conor is not what he once was, and so even beating him, it still looks good on somebody's resume.
Right.
And I want to punish him because you remember all that yapping he used to do.
Yeah, he's got a lot of enemies.
I'm gonna shut it down, and he's looked bad in every fight. You talk about he hadn't won a fight in 7 years.
So you think he's done in the UFC?
Done winning. He can go back there and get his eyes beat out, but he's done winning against that top-level competition.
But what about against Logan Paul?
For what they going to make Stephen A? Man, you need to put on an exhibition. They might give us 50 mil.
Sure. Fighting against you, I can run for about 90 seconds. I can run for about 90. That's all I got to do. All I got to do, I got to run and hope your hips give out. That's what I got to do.
So you guys are about these like exhibition, Mike Tyson
No, I'm not.
No, you missed
McGregor. Hold on, Molly.
I know. Just let me finish my thought. But do you feel like it's making a little bit of a mockery of both sports?
Yes.
When I'm talking boxing and the UFC.
No, it's making a mockery. Jake Paul makes a mockery. And listen, in fairness to Jake Paul, when I was in Abu Dhabi, I saw him at the F1 event, stuff like that, and I spoke to him. I know this man wants Canelo Alvarez. I looked him dead in the face. That's what he said. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you news here. I looked him dead in his face, and I said respectfully, I want to look you in the face and tell you, I think you're going to lose that one. You ain't beating no Canelo Alvarez. You can cancel that. Yeah. Get that out your mind.
1 round.
That's the real deal.
He will get destroyed, in my opinion, right? Now, what I'm saying to you is this. What I also said to Jake Paul, and to his credit, he acknowledged this. I said, I'm tired of seeing you versus non-boxers. You can box. Stop fighting people that ain't on your level. That's not right. Enough of that. He said, true, I know I got stuff to prove. I got to get in there. Enough of that.
Yeah.
This is not what Logan Paul's doing. Logan Paul's an entertainer who's gotten in the ring a few times, but he's an entertainer. Conor McGregor is not a boxer. He just got in the boxing ring once.
I just feel like
acceptable.
he's been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, and then now to return for this, I just feel like it hurts his legacy.
Well, wait a minute. He ain't think about no damn legacy. He ain't come back to the States. His brother in India.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't think about that. They ain't think about any of that stuff.
Mean?
I'm just saying, they're not thinking about it in India. He going to get the money.
No, I'm talking about his legacy here. I'm talking about the legacy here. I'm not talking about what they're deciding in.
I don't know if he cares. I don't know if he cares.
He doesn't.
I don't think he cares.
You don't think it hurts his legacy?
I don't think he cares.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think it?
I think his legacy has been hurt, Shannon, over the last few years, getting his ass kicked.
Yes.
Dustin Poirier, God, beating the Magomedov. And Floyd gave it to the ass kicking. Before now, hurt his legacy.
Yes.
In my opinion. I mean, when you go that far without winning, it gets to a point like listen, I'm a fan. One of the greatest events I've ever gone to in my life was the Magomedov versus Conor McGregor.
Right.
I mean, it's rare that you find an environment like that. And I appreciate Conor McGregor so much, but when you lose over a lengthy period of time, you don't go years without winning.
And it's not a situation like they went to the scorecards and somebody said, man, I think I had Conor winning.
No.
It's not even close, Molly.
No. Yeah. He got mauled by the Magomedov. Mauled.
So why is this interesting to you?
Because Conor McGregor is...
I know why it's interesting to Shannon, the paycheck.
You're damn right.
I see what it is.
So why is it interesting to you from...
Excuse me. I rolled with my brother here. The paycheck.
Okay. Neither you are getting the paycheck. Why are you tuning into this fight then?
Because I see it for what it is.
Yes.
And pure entertainment.
It's pure entertainment.
That's it.
And who's winning?
I think Logan Paul's going to beat him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Conor's a boxer. He's a striker. So he's sitting up there. He ain't even throwing jabs.
He's looking to get that one punch. He's looking to land that left.
You ain't clipping Logan Paul like that. No, you got to do more than that.
What size glove are they using?
We don't know yet, but it doesn't matter. Unless it's pillows like 16 or 18 ounce, it ain't going to work. You know, I just think that Logan Paul is bigger. He's
a much bigger man.
He's a much bigger man. He's more experienced.
Let me take that back. He seems to be a much bigger man. Conor at 155, getting ready for your MMA fight versus Conor McGregor walking around.
That's right.
He might be walking around at 185, 190.
So those big muscles are going to make you a bit slower.
Yes.
You got to remember that Conor had quickness. He could catch you quick and clip you.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the case in the boxing ring. And not only that, Floyd Mayweather taught me this. He was in the preview of the fight to Conor McGregor. I never forget this as long as I live. I go interview Floyd Money Mayweather for ABC. He says, Stephen A., you don't stand a chance. I'm going to keep him around. And he told me everything that's going to happen. He says, I'm going to stay right in his chest. I said, what are you talking about? You don't do that with anybody. He said, with him, I'm going to. He said, he's a striker. He's used to clipping people. He said, I'm going to be in his chest. He's going to have to push me off and then swing. He said, plus he's going to have to circle around backwards to gain leverage to punch. He said by about the third or fourth round, his legs are going to be gone and he'll be target practice. He said, I'll keep him around until like the 8th or the 9th round for entertainment purposes, and then I'll finish him. And that's exactly what Floyd did.
I just feel like all these exhibition fights are real cute. Can we get a unified body and like have the real boxing fights that people want to see?
That's why I think Dana White should take up a boxing.
And not make a mockery of this sport anymore?
That's why I've been a proponent of Dana White taking up a boxing.
I mean,
Shannon, think of boxing like when you were growing up.
Yes.
When I was young and I'd be watching the fights with my dad and the prize fights and that kind of thing. It's like, it's a joke now.
No, but now guys are concerned about the O. Nobody wants to lose. Because if you lose, now you got to go back to the bottom. True. You're not good. And so everybody wants to be Floyd. Everybody wants to retire with an unblemished record.
They should pray that Dana takes it over.
So what happens is that I'm going to dodge the competition. When I grew up, everybody fought. Hagler fought Hearns. Hearns fought Sugar Ray. They fought Iran Barkley. You had the heavyweights with Ali and Foreman and Frazier and Norton.
That's right.
They fought.
Yeah.
Nobody
And we didn't hold a loss against them.
No.
Don't forget Sugar Ray Hearns.
Yes.
Don't forget Roberto Duran. Don't forget Pepino Cuevas. Don't forget Salvador Sanchez.
Like you grew up on that. It's a shame.
It infuriates us, which is why you need somebody like a Dana White to come on board and take over boxing. But I will say this. Let's give credit to certain fighters that are due. Beterbiev, light heavyweight champion, runs from no one.
Mhm.
David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, as Mike Tyson. This brother has been trying to get Canelo Alvarez, and he's getting into the ring against this kid Morrell, who can fight, and he runs from nobody. I look at it. Terrence Crawford ain't running. Terrence Crawford is just 35 years old, and he wants to make a fight like, yo,
Before he goes
he
out.
wants to make a fight. But this guy, Boots Ennis, is a bad brother at the welterweight division, deserves these fights. I see it's not just about the champions that's waiting for the money. It's about the young lions that are denied the opportunity at big money because these champions are not giving them a shot.
It's just such a missed
and that's a problem.
opportunity for the sweet science, and it's a sad state of affairs.